All right, so it's been a few days and I couldn't get that clutch on that Suzuki bled. I'm going to purchase a um, master cylinder rebuild kit for that. Uh, Hydraulic clutch rebuild kit. I got to order that online, wait for that to come in. I think I've done everything I can. I've emptied it out. I've checked the little return hole to make sure it was supposed to have bubbles coming out of it, I guess, when you squeeze the clutch or you give it a little pressure, it's supposed to bubble back up. That didn't happen, so I'm not sure what's going on in there. That's why I'm going to order the rebuild kit and just do that and see if we can get it working. So, this coming weekend is mid-March, and if it's nice, I'm going to try to ride. So I want to get my Victory up and running. I just took this bike across country. I did Route 66 from Peoria, Illinois, all the way to Santa Monica, and then all the way back again. So I've already given, that was back in late summer. So I've already given it an oil change. When it got back, I gave it the oil change. And now I'm going to change these spark plugs. And unfortunately, I can't find my gapping tool, but I got these NGK Iridium spark plugs. It's the same ones that are in there before, and I remember when I changed them the last time, I found my gapping tool. I checked the gap, and it was fine right from the package. So I'm hoping it's the same. I don't know how bad it would run if the gap isn't correct, but I guess we're going to find out. Okay, after I said that, I got really, really nervous, and I really dug around looking for my gapping tool, and I found this old school one because I have a bunch of tools from my grandfather, and I don't know if you can see it, but right here is the .032. Trust me, this one right here, 032. So I'm going to check the gap on these spark plugs, and then we're going to go ahead and pull those boots off. We're going to get the new plugs in. All right, let's check the gap on each one of these first before I start yanking stuff out. It's just a smidge tighter. It's probably going to be in the, let's see, what's a shorter range than that? 0.02. That's more than that. This is 032. It's close. It's close enough for government work. So that one's going to be fine. And then we'll check this one. Oh, 032. That one's close as well. Well, like I said, it's close enough. Good enough. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is pull these boots off. I'm going to do these one at a time. It's a little dirty. And I should have checked to make sure I had some dielectric grease to put on these also. So let's see if we can get this one out. That one's a little too long. Let's get a little shorter extender. Well, that sucks. I don't have a shorter one, so we're going to be very careful. I don't want to damage my paint on my tank. And that's not going to be a choice. That's not getting down there deep enough to get that off. Actually, I think the problem might be I might need a thinner walled socket. No, it looks like that's working. Let's see. I think that was really, really loose in there. If this is, yeah, that was really, really loose. I don't know if you guys know much about spark plugs, but that's what it looks like on the end when I got it out. And I don't know if you can see on the top there, there's some corrosion right there on the tip of that spark plug right there. So I think this is the color it's supposed to be. It's not real super black. It's not super gray. I think it was operating right where it's supposed to be. Let me know in the comments if you think otherwise. All right, and like I said, I'm gonna do these one at a time. So that's one out. We're gonna put one in. And I gotta make sure I don't get these cross-threaded in here. So we're gonna take our time. By hand. Okay, that's tight. We'll give her a little snug. There we go. All right, that one's done. Let me check for my dielectric grease. Well, I couldn't find the dielectric grease, and I know what you guys are saying. I'm the most unorganized, ill-prepared motorcycle mechanic ever. That may be true. We're going to put this boot back on. All right. I think that's good and snug. It looked like it did when I took it out. So I think we're good to go. Now we're going to try for this front one. See if we can get this off. All right. We got that one off. Looks to be in about the same condition as the other one. And let's see if I can get it off. See how close we're going to be to the tank on this one. I'm sure I didn't put them in there that loose. Maybe I did. Wow. So right now I'm just dropping this socket on it first. All right, there's the front cylinder. It had a little bit of corrosion right there on the tip. I don't know if you can see it, just like the other one. But the color, I think, is good. It's not oily, greasy, or anything like that. It's not super tan. It's not super black. I think that's right where it's supposed to be. All right, now the problem I'm going to have now is getting this other one in. I want to make sure I don't do any cross threading again. I need to buy myself a shorter extension than this one. I thought I had one, but I have stuff all over the place. All right. I think it's in. There we go. Got it hand tight. Let's see if I can pop my ratchet on there. Get it in just a little bit more. All right. Let me take another look for a shorter extension. All right, I didn't find a shorter extender, but I did find one with a slightly thinner head than the other one. And it looks like this one's going to work if I get it in there just right. I guess I could show everybody what I'm working with. I'm trying to get right up in there without damaging my tank. Up in there, and I only got to give it like maybe a quarter of another turn. All right, those are on. Next thing we're going to do is put this other wire back on. It's kind of weird doing all this kind of by feel. All right, I think it's on there. Yep, it's all the way down to the bottom. All right. Next is we're going to secure this wire. I think I remember where it goes in this little hole over here. I think that's where it goes. And if it's not, that's where it's going today. Actually, I'm not sure if that's where that goes, but this is the distributor up here. So I'm just going to leave that hanging right there. I'm just going to leave that hanging right there. And then there's a cheese wedge that goes on the side. So let me go get that next. All right, here's our Victory cheese wedge. Goes back on. I'll hide this all underneath here. There we go. That's on. And then we have these little spark plug fillers that I pulled out, and I couldn't get them to go loose. So I'm probably going to, well, hammer that one in. Tap this one in. Give it a little. All right. I think that's that. All right. It's been a while since she's been started. Let's see what happens. Hey, I want to offer kind of a mea culpa on this week's video. I'm working with a new camera, a new setup, trying to figure all this stuff out, and the autofocus wasn't working on some of these shots. I tried to get some video of me riding a motorcycle and forgot that I didn't have my mic on, so there's no sound in the camera, but you got to see it anyway. So hopefully you don't get dissuaded from watching any more of my videos. So if you like what you saw, like, subscribe, comment down at the bottom, and I appreciate you checking out my videos.